this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I have another sketch that I've pulled out from Operation Right Home to make some cards. Now you may remember I showed you earlier I had this long list of birthday cards that I'm behind, and some of them are behind. Actually this list will take me through April. Obviously there's a bunch of them that I need to do, and one way that I found that's easy to do that is to pull out a sketch. So for today's sketch, I'm going to be using sketch number 166 from Operation Right Home. If you haven't checked out Operation Right Home, be sure and go over there to operationrighthome.org, and I'll put a link both in the video and in my blog post, and find out about this organization that supports our troops by providing cards for them to send home to their families. So I decided that one way that I could get caught up on making my card was to use sketches, and to do that I am going to use I'm going to plan to make one male card, one female card, birthday card, and then I'm going to make a third card with each sketch that I use to send to Operation Right Home. Now right now Operation Right Home needs missing you cards and thank you cards more than they need standard birthday cards and different holiday cards. So I decided that today's card's going to be a missing you card. This is a standard A2 size card. It's 4 1/4 inches wide by 5 1/2 inches long, and that is standard for Operation Right Home. That's the size that they use to send to the different military men and women so that they can write home to their families. So then it says I need a piece that's 3 1/2 inches by 5 inches. This has a circle that's about 2 1/4 inches in diameter, and then there's a wavy edge. So let's get going. I've pulled my A2 size card. We're going to set those aside. I have this sticker pack here that I picked up from Echo Park, and one of the nice things about sketches is you can do it just like they do it, or you can mix it up a bit. And I decided rather than using the circle, as cool as that is, I wanted to use something a little different. And so I'm going to use this these two birds down here, and it's kind of a scallop square, and I'm going to stamp my missing you right on that sticker. Now one of the things with Operation Right Home that's very important to know is Operation Right Home doesn't want a lot of bulk in their cards, because by the time you mail them to the shipper mails them to the location where the service person is, and then the service person mails it back. If it's too bulky, it's going to rip and cause a mess. So I have chosen to use a sticker on this one rather than adding dimension. The stamp set that I use from that is this Stampendous Missing You, and I use my archival black, and this is kind of slick paper, so that's why I wanted to do that first, and we're just going to set that aside so it can dry while we're working on the rest of our card. Okay, so now I have my standard A2 size card, and this is paper tray ink paper, or it's vintage cream cardstock, and I'm going to score it. Again, it's 5 1/2 inches by 8 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I am going to score that at 4 1/4. Now I love paper tray inks cardstock for bases because it's so thick and so heavy. It just makes a really good base, and when we're sending to our military personnel, they really need a good base, because it is, like I said, it's going back and forth and back and forth. So there's my card base. Now this is my 3 1/2 by 5 inch piece, and then this is a piece that I've cut at 5 inches, and then it's about 3/4 inches wide. Most of that will be covered up, but I'm just going to run this through my scallop, and I should have gone a little bit more here. I sometimes miss that first part. And so I'm just going to do this. Like I said, this is a really super simple. This is probably one of the easiest sketches I've ever really used. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Now I want to adhere these together. Now this paper is from Echo Park, and it's from the This and That collection. It's a 6x6 paper pad, and it's actually double-sided, and it coordinates really well with the paper tray ink paper. So what I've done, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take my adhesive and go right along the edge right there. And then we will line up our edge. Just leaving a bit of the trim. Remember what we've talked about before, how that it's nice to use all the same paper from the same collection on a single card, just because they coordinate so well. Now, as well as it coordinates, unfortunately, I didn't have stickers that coordinated with this particular card. So what I decided to do, but the companies coordinated and the colors coordinated. So I felt like that would be good to put on here. Isn't this a simple? So I want to make sure it's good and straight. Now, you notice that I put more adhesive than what I normally do, and I know I always put a lot of adhesive, but I really put a lot more this time because, again, it's really important that stickers and cards be really well adhered, because with all the travel back and forth, it's very likely that they would be damaged in shipping. So let's pull our little bird that says missing you, and I am just going to overlap it just like this. Super simple. Missing you. And then as we open up on the inside, I'm going to leave it blank so that the military person can write home to whomever they wish. Now, this is the one that I made to send to Operation Write Home, and I told you I'm planning on doing one for males and one for females to catch up on my birthday list. So for the mail card, I had a piece of dark blue cardstock, cut it the same size, and I pulled out this Life of the Party paper pack and this paper from Life of the Party, or these stickers. This is element stickers from Echo Park from Life of the Party, and I used a couple of elements from there, so I will just show you that one. This was the paper from the pad. Now, this paper is not double-sided, so I couldn't turn it like I did some of the others, but it's single-sided paper. And so then I had a piece of the yellow, then I put my element sticker around here, and then I just chose to leave that blank. This kind of has like a smudge on it. That was part of the sticker. That's not something that I added. And then when you open it up, I stamp my happy birthday, and then also using one of these borders, I put a border so I can write a little message there for whomever. I could use this for a kid or for a guy, either one. So there is that one. And then for my feminine one, from my mind's eye, I pulled the So Sophie paper pack. Again, these are double-sided as well, like the Echo Park paper. And so I chose a couple of papers from there. And then I had these bloomers. Again, at first glance, you go, that doesn't really match. But you'll see when I show it to you how well it coordinates. And this is from the Wander collection, and these are bloomers. And so I used one of those. And then I, again, used paper tray ink cardstock. And hold on, I forgot to look at the color. This is Plum Pudding from Paper Tray Ink. And this is the final. Again, I have the happy birthday up here. And this is from an Hero Arts stamp set, All Occasion Messages. So just a simple happy birthday. And then here's the bloomers. And here's the paper. And then on the inside, I left it blank as well. So I have plenty of room to put in there. Now this will require a little extra postage because of the extra bulk with the button. So that's something that I want to be aware of when I get ready to send my card. So there we have three simple, and I have to say the purple one is my favorite. This is without a doubt my favorite one of the three. But three simple sketch cards to pass on, and it didn't take me very long to make them. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember to take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, so after I finished that video, I kept looking at this card, and as much as I like the other two, I wasn't happy with the way this one turned out. So I decided to go find some pearl pen. I have some liquid pearls. This is in Petal Pink from Ranger. And I decided to add a little bit of dimension without adding a lot of bulk, and this will dry hard. So I added 3 little pearls to the top just with the pen, and then one at the bottom. just to add a little bit more interest. Now again, remember when what I said about sketches. Sketches can go together quickly and easily, and you have the freedom to play with them, and that's what I did with this one. So there's just an idea of something that I did to kind of change it up a little bit and add a little bit of interest. Thanks for stopping by.